Call the meeting to order. Everyone please rise for the invocation and the pledge, led by Mr. Mark Sorensen.
Heavenly Father, thank you for so many things that you've done for us today. Thank you for taking care of our county. I also pray about our upcoming election. Please make it a legal one and watch over it, and please help us. I also pray that you'll be with us tonight as we go through our county board minutes and help us be able to make the right decisions. I pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ask clerk, please call the roll.
John McCoy.
Here.
Tim Finley.
Here.
Rabbit Rich.
Here.
Brad Poulter. David McCleary.
Here.
Les Post. Teresa Bachhold.
Here.
Joe Zanger.
Here.
Brent Fisher.
Here.
Todd Oosterhouse.
Here.
Brett Austin.
Here.
Keith Calloway.
Here.
Mark Sorensen.
Here.
Barb Fletcher.
Here.
Ryan Heatcamper.
Here.
Dave Bellis.
Here.
Marvin Kirkhoff.
Here.
Mark Dietrich.
Here.
Steve McQueen.
Here.
Travis Cooley.
Here.
Kent Snyder.
Here. 20 present, 1 absent. Brad Poulter did call. He is excused this evening. I declare a quorum. I have an award to present. I gotta pull that word down to Kyle Moore level. It was way up there. It was last post level. So these are fun for me to do, not fun for those who get them. Always puts them on the spot, but this is very much deserved. I've been working with this guy. He's been by my side for the last couple of years, and we've done a lot of great things together. We spent a lot of ARPA money. I think we spent it well, and on the right projects to benefit the public and the taxpayers and nonprofits. And couldn't have done it without him. He, there's several hard jobs on this board. I mean, everyone in this room is valuable, everyone. But there are 2 or 3 really tough jobs. Finance chair, vice chair, and chairman are literally full-time jobs, and I don't know how the guy does it. Smartest guy in the room, but I think I've taught him a few things too. So, Mr. Austin, would you please come forward? Brett, in recognition of hard work, dedication, and commitment, the excellence of vice chair for the Adams County Board, I'd like to present this to you on behalf of the citizens of Adams County and from me. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, everyone. It is a team effort, so I appreciate that. And it's nice to be recognized for stuff that you do, but we do it all together, so I appreciate you guys.
Yep. Maybe in December you'll have the big chair, and then and you'll probably actually be easier than what you're doing now. So we have one request to speak. Need to suspend the rules. Make a motion to entertain a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Met by Mr. Austin, second by Mr. Heatcamper. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Rules are suspended. Request to speak from John Wood, Chief of Police, Kurt Kelty.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight. I'm coming to you tonight not as the Chief of Police at John Wood, but to inform you about a new organization called Friends of Justice. Friends of Justice was formed with the intent to help local law enforcement agencies solve cold case homicides. We have a board that consists of Jack Miller as our president, Barry Chain is our vice president, and I'm the secretary. And what we're doing is trying to encourage people to come forward with information they may have on some cold cases by providing some large rewards is what we're hoping to do. And to that end, we've been doing some fundraising, and that's one reason I'm here tonight, is to let you know who we are and what we're doing. We've met with the state's attorney, the sheriff, the chief of police, and have received letters of support from each of them. And so, like I said, we want to try to raise money to provide substantial enough rewards that people would be willing to overcome any reluctancy they might have to testify to come forward and help solve some of these crimes. So, and that's basically it. You know, just on the chance that you might get calls from constituents as we're out fundraising, we wanted to let you know who we are and what we're doing, and so you know what we're doing and it's legitimate. So, and
Thank you.
okay, thanks.
Entertain a motion to reinstate the rules.
So moved.
Motion by Brett,
Second.
second by Mr. Camper. All in favor? Opposed? We're back in regular session. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve minutes is printed.
Motion by Mr. Deusterhouse, second by Mr. Sorensen. Any corrections? All in favor? Opposed? Minutes are approved as printed. Transportation, Building, and Technology, Mr. Bellis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have the agenda in front of me, but the committee met tonight, 6 o'clock in the law library, had approved all the bills. They seem to be in order. We got a report from the county engineer that sheriff department's looking to put in possibly looking into putting tag readers on a county road. As far as we've got 3 resolutions. If clerk would read A, please.
Resolution number 2024-10501-024, resolution appropriating $8,825.60 from the County Bridge Fund to pay for a culvert on County Bridge Fund project number 823 in Fall Creek Road District.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bellis,
Second.
second by Mr. McCleary. Any discussion?
All 3 of these resolutions are just materials being brought in.
Any question, Mr. Bellis? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved.
Resolution number 2024-10501-025, resolution appropriating $35,866.88 from the County Bridge Fund to pay for various culverts on County Bridge Fund project number 822 on County Highway 21 South 24th Street.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Zanger,
Second.
second by Mr. Bellis. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved.
Resolution number 2024-10-501-026, resolution appropriating $33,970.60 from the County Bridge Fund to pay for a culvert and drainage structure on County Bridge Fund project number 817 on County Highway 33 North 30th Street.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Post,
Second.
second by Mr. McCleary. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved.
Okay, also in reports, we had IT department reported that almost all the work on the card access system is done. 99% of it was probably done. We did add a few cameras here and there. That is important, but they're not in that big a hurry. I mean, they're not a rush like all the other ones were before the election. So that's moving right along. We're working out a deal with Dell Computers for 10 more servers, 5 for Minden and 5 for Quincy, and to complete the work that has supposed to have been done a long time ago. Courthouse, the EFS in the north side is about 2/3 done, and we okayed a couple invoices for them. They're going to hold this one payment until they get the 1/3 done. And courtroom 2C is done, and they're going to start the last courtroom, I think he said next week. So we will be done. with that. Other than that, I think our next meeting will be November 12th, 6 o'clock in the law library.
Thank you, Mr. Bellis. Legislative and Judicial, Dr. Rich.
Mr. Chairman, committee met this evening at 5:45, review bills from the Circuit Clerk, Juvenile Detention Center, Probation Department, Public Defender, State's Attorney, and Supervisor Assessment's Office. All bills are in order. We have 3 resolutions, ordinances to do this evening. I'd ask the clerk to read the first, A.
Resolution number 2024-10-001-033, calendar year 2025 holiday schedule for the Adams County Courthouse.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Mr. Rich, second by Mr. Kirkhoff. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolution B.
Resolution number 2024-10-001-034, establishing county board meetings for 2025.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Rich,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. McCoy. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved.
Resolution C.
An intergovernmental agreement between the Adams County, Illinois and the Village of Plainville for improvements of the Village Hall, Plainville, Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Rich,
Second.
second by Mr. Deusterhouse. Any discussion?
This is a parking lot and ADA access to a polling place. Ryan, our clerk's done a very nice job getting some grants for this. And it's an improvement we need for our polling places. We don't want them coming in to inspect us and not being ADA approved. So. And Klingner's are the engineers. We had a discussion earlier about making sure it's done right and inspected at the end. Klingner's is in charge of that, so we should be fine.
Since this is a intergovernmental agreement, I think we should do a roll call vote.
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich,
Yes.
Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zanger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Deusterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Bart Fletcher,
Yes.
Raheem Camper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich,
Yes.
Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes.
20 in favor, 1 absent.
20 in favor, 1 absent. IGA is approved.
We had no appointments. We have 1 liquor license. I would ask the clerk to read the liquor license under D.
A 1-day liquor permit for the Laundry Chute LLC for a Fishing for Freedom event at 2010 East 1250th Street, Mendon, Illinois, 62351 for October 18, 2024 from 11 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. and also on October 19th, 2024 from 10 a.m. until 11:59 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Motion
I'll
by
second it.
Mr. Rich,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. McCoy. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Liquor license approved.
We have no pyrotechnic displays to approve. We're still having some county code discussions over solar, et cetera, but it's still in the works. Our next meeting will be at 5:45 on November 12th here in the boardroom. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Rich. Public Health and Safety, Mrs. Fletcher.
Your Public Health and Safety Committee met this evening at 5:38 in the ROE conference room. Our bills, we went over the bills and they appeared to be in order. The minutes of the prior meeting were approved. Received a department report from the EMS and ambulance. Their call volume continues to be up. They are now 587 calls above 2023. They are receiving more than 20 calls per day. They're good on staffing, however, they're still short on paramedics. We received a report from the coroner. There were 75 deaths, 1 autopsy, 0 abandoned, and 41 cremation permits issued this last month, and 1 suicide. The sheriff reported that there was 1 departure from the jail. The average jail population was 111. Of those, 9 were federal inmates, He did speak to the chief deputy marshal about receiving more federal inmates. That would be, they would improve our ability to receive federal inmates if we had 24-hour medical in the jail. Unfortunately, that would also drastically increase the budget over at the jail. So that's something that is worth considering in the future. We received a report from the VAC. They are up to 262 clients seen. They have brought in $468,000 in benefits to Adams County. They're dealing with 52 active VA cases. They have signed an MOUs with Clarity and with Transitions, which bring their clients in for first priority. They're exploring a grant opportunity with the Tracy Family Foundation, and they continue to work very closely with other county organizations, including the sheriff and most especially with the coroner. They had another case where they worked hand in hand with the coroner to get assistance to a veteran in an emergency case. So I'm very, very proud of the work that they're doing. Let's see what else. I think that is all that we had. There was no new business, no appointments. Your Public Health and Safety Committee will meet again on November 12th, 2024 at 5:30 in the ROE conference room. Thank you.
Were you going to do anything on the ordinance for increasing the Sheriff's Department summons?
Oh, I'm sorry.
schedule?
There is a resolution. I'm
Yes.
sorry. If the clerk will read the resolution.
Are we doing that?
No, so I've spoken with staff from the Sheriff's Department. In order to increase the fees to the level that they're wanting to, they need to complete a cost study. So we're in the works of determining whether the cost study will be appropriate.
I'm sorry. That's correct. All right. No action taken on the resolution at this time.
Okay, good. No executive committee. Finance, Mr. Austin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We met yesterday, October 14th, here at County Boardroom, 6 o'clock. We reviewed our bills. Everything seemed to be in order. We did have a speaker and a report given from the University of Illinois Extension, Shelby Crow. You should see some of that info on your desks. There's a couple different pieces of info. There's an Adams County Board specific report. There's some University of Illinois Extension background info, and then they completed a strategic plan this year as well in terms of statewide strategic plan, so you can read about that. The University of Illinois Extension is a group that we've funded for a long period of time. Their request is flat with last year's request for the same amount of money. They do get a large chunk of state matching money, and largely this organization is funded through county boards. Our University of Illinois Extension actually covers 5 counties in our area: Adams, Brown, Hancock, Pike, and Schuyler. Shelby gave a nice update. The one that's the Adams County Board report is specific to Adams County, so you can read the different effects they've had. Specifically on youth ag is a big part of what they do, which is an important part of our community. So it was a good summary. Their request is the same. It is in the budget. We have a long-standing history of funding this organization as a match with the state. So I think everybody will receive that information well. If there's any questions, Shelby's information is on there, and you can reach out to her, or if you want to reach out to me, I can get you her contact info as well. We do have a resolution related to ARPA, Resolution A. If the clerk could read that, please.
Resolution to approve number 2024-10-001-031, which authorizes the use of American Rescue Plan Act funds for the financial assistance for the South Quincy Drainage District located in the county of Adams in the state of Illinois.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. McCleary. Oh, by Mr. Zanger, sorry. Second by Mr. Austin. Discussion?
Just what we discussed at last month's meeting. Thank you, Mr. McQueen, for bringing the information that helped educate everybody about what's going on in that area and the funding already raised. The Finance Committee approved this to move to the board unanimously.
Roll call vote.
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich.
Yes.
Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zinger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Dusterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Barb Fletcher, Ray Hincamper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich, Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes. 20 in favor, 1 absent. Resolution is approved. And thank you, Mr. McQueen, for getting the information together and doing it so everyone understands. It's a good project. Thank you. Next.
Next, we have an additional fund appropriation. If the clerk could read A, please.
Additional fund appropriation from Ryan Eakin, County Clerk, and recording the amount of $100 for expense account number 006-001-5875, capital project HVAC project expense revised budget amount of $100 and $100 for expense account number 006-001-5815, capital project HVAC project design for revised budget amount of $100 and $100 to revenue account numbers 006-001-4627, capital project HVAC revenue for revised budget amount of $100.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Austin.
Second.
Second by Mr. Cooley. Discussion.
This is the beginning of the organization of the accounts. That'll be the HVAC project with a universal revenue account when we bring in the money for the project, and then a split of the capital project work as well as the design. The design will come first, and we're going to fund that partially here in a second. But this was the basic setup so that we could track this individually.
Any questions for Mr. Austin? Roll call vote.
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich,
Yes.
Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zinger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Dusterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Barb Fletcher,
Yes.
Ryan Hincamper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich, Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes. 20 in favor, 1 absent. Fund appropriation is approved.
Next, we have a transfer of funds appropriation B. If the clerk could read that, please.
Transfer of fund appropriation from Ryan Eakamp, County Clerk, and recording the amount of $72,000 from account number 001-001-5999, contingency for revised budget amount of $123,000 and $72,000 to account number 006-001-5815, capital project HVAC project design for revised budget amount of $72,100.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Austin.
Second.
Second by Mr. Finley. Discussion.
This is the first $72,000 of the design fee. We're going to take this out of contingency because that's where we had some money for unexpected or unforeseen projects. This has been coming for a little bit, but this is where we're going to start this. And then in the new budget, we'll have actual budgeted amounts for the project.
Any questions? Roll call vote.
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich,
Yes.
Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zinger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Dusterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Barb Fletcher,
Yes.
Ray Hincamper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich, Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes.
20 in favor, 1 absent.
20 in favor, 1 absent. Transfer is approved.
We have a second transfer of funds. If the clerk could read that, please.
Transfer fund appropriation from VAC Superintendent Paul Havermill for $1,000 from account number 631-631-5436. Utilities for revised budget amount of $1,800 and $1,000 to account number 631-631-5650. Other expenses for revised budget amount of $3,400 and $2,000 from account number 631-631-5105. Salary Assistant Superintendent VAC for revised budget amount of $18,000 and $2,000 to account number 631-631-5775. Training for revised budget amount of $3,000.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Austin, second by Mr. Fisher. Discussion?
This is just internal house cleaning. This is all budget neutral. This is the first full year of the VAC budget, as you know, and so just zeroing in on what they need in each account. So budget neutral.
Any questions? Roll call vote?
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich,
Yes.
Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zinger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Oosterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Barb Fletcher,
Yes.
Raheem Camper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich, Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes.
20 in favor, 1 absent.
20 in favor, 1 absent. Transfer is approved.
We have the next transfer of funds. If the clerk could read D, please.
Transfer of fund appropriation from Jonathan Hoover, Chief Public Defender, the amount of $1,000 from account number 001-411-5549 postage for revised budget. Amount of $1,000 and $1,000 to account number 001-411-5605. Books and publication revised budget amount of $7,500 and $500 from account number 001-411-5549 postage for revised budget amount of $500 and $500 to account number 001-411-5650 office supplies for revised budget amount of $4,000.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Austin,
Second.
second by Mr. Finley. Discussion?
Same as C, internal account transfers, budget neutral, just putting the amounts where they needed them to be for the budget as they went through the year.
Any question? Roll call vote?
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich, Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zinger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Oosterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Barbara Fletcher,
Yes.
Raheem Camper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich, Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes.
20 in favor, 1 absent.
20 in favor, 1 absent. Transfer is approved.
And the last transfer of funds, E, if the clerk could read those, please.
Transfer of fund appropriation from Chief of Ambulance John Simon in the amount of $1,000 from account number 001-211-5650 office supplies for revised budget amount of $500 and $1,000 to account number 621-621-5860 office equipment for revised budget amount of $6,000.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Austin,
Second.
second by Mr. Cooley. Discussion?
Same as C and D, just internal house cleaning and the accounts for the amounts needed.
Any questions for Mr. Austin? Roll call vote?
John McCoy,
Yes.
Tim Finley,
Yes.
Robert Rich,
Yes.
Brad Poulter, David McCleary,
Yes.
Les Post,
Yes.
Teresa Bachhold,
Yes.
Joe Zinger,
Yes.
Brent Fisher,
Yes.
Todd Oosterhouse,
Yes.
Brett Austin,
Yes.
Keith Calloway,
Yes.
Mark Sorensen,
Yes.
Barb Fletcher,
Yes.
Raheem Camper,
Aye.
Dave Bellis,
Yes.
Marvin Kirkhoff,
Yes.
Mark Dietrich, Steve McQueen,
Yes.
Travis Cooley,
Yes.
Kent Snyder.
Yes.
20 in favor, 1 absent.
20 in favor, 1 absent. Transfer is approved.
Just an update on the budget. All the departments have submitted, so all the numbers are locked into a master draft. We've been reviewing that. We're going to get a little more in-depth review over this next week. We've been through the revenue portion, made sure everything was there. We're working on the expense side to make sure all the data's there and updated. So far, the software's been doing a good job. It's a learning curve. And then probably at the beginning of next week, we'll make sure that everyone has a reviewer level log on to ClearGov that you can go log on and see the budget and go account by account. You won't be able to change anything, obviously, but if you see anything that raises a question, then you can email that in to Amy at the county board office, and we'll get a summary of those together, and we'll address them as a finance committee so that we're not addressing one person to one person and make sure we're speaking with one voice. But so that should be, the draft part should be ready to go by the end of this week, and then we'll get the reviewer level logons. Obviously, the finance committee members here already, you have logons to look at more in-depth parts of the budget. And hopefully that'll, by next week we'll have a good idea of where everything sits at. I do know that we're looking at a fairly large EAV raise again. Georgine, correct? I think it's up there again, a 7-ish% or something like that. Yeah. So so we're probably in a framework like we've been the last couple of years, where the EAV raise is high enough that what we're going to need to do is dictate the funds that we need to make a balanced budget, and it'll probably result in even a little bit a lowering of the tax rate. Although, let's be clear about that, we'll still be asking for more money in the budget, probably in the 3 to 4% range, so that we can balance the expenses that we've had that have raised. But everything's looking pretty good. Don't anticipate any other kind of gotchas. And then we're going to continue to work on capital budgeting in the future. So if anyone has any questions, please reach out to me, and we'll make sure that you get your log on. You'll have about 3 weeks to look through everything. Then as a CIRMA update, we do have a meeting coming up. We're not going to attend this next meeting. We don't go to every one of them, but I think we've been doing pretty good at covering. Mr. Finley's been to a couple, and Amy's been to 1 or 2, and so we're doing pretty good at covering that, and it seems like that group is remaining strong on our risk assessment. As far as other insurance goes, our health insurance is tracking over budget. We did have a little bit of a reserve built up. It's going to dig into that a little bit. Primarily that's related to drug costs and the claims on drug costs. So we're looking into that with our agent, and I think we're right in the middle. Amy is out there somewhere. We're right in the middle of this review, and over the next couple weeks we'll have our quote from our agents, and we'll start to have when is the employee sign up period? November 13th through the 30th? Okay. So just to have that out there, and then we've got to do some review with some of the union organizations, so we'll have that fun meeting sometime in the middle of November as well. So that's about it. I don't think we have anything else. The next meeting will be November 12th here at 6 in the county boardroom at 6 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Austin. No unfinished business, new business.
We have monthly reports from the Supervisor of Assessments, Board of Review, Juvenile Detention Center, the County Clerk and Recorder's Office, the Public Defender, the Circuit Clerk, Information Technology, the Probation Department, monthly check register for September 2024, and fund summary report for September 2024, including revenue and expenses.
Motion to receive, file, and forward.
Motion by Mr. Deusterhouse. Second by Ms. Fletcher. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
No resignations. We have an appointment of James Taylor of Clinton, Illinois, to the to the Housing Authority of Adams County.
Ryan, didn't we approve that last month?
I had it in my packet, so maybe.
I'll move we do it again if we have it, but
I'll second.
Okay.
Motion by Mr. Post. Second by Mr. Fisher. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Appointment is approved.
We have correspondence. The first one is a thank you notification from Catherine Meckes regarding the Adams County Child Care Program funding. The second one is from Mill Creek Water for their new tower proposal petition.
Motion to receive, file, and forward.
Motion by Mr. Deusterhouse.
Second.
Second by Mr. Zanger. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So ordered. Let's see, we have no executive session this evening. I want to take a minute to thank the health department for doing flu shots this evening. It's nice of them to come over and give Bob his shot. You know, we got to take care of our old people.
I didn't get a sticker though.
I got a sticker, but I cried, for the record. So our next county board meeting will be November 12th at 7 o'clock. Thank you all.